Bantamweight bout, Stephanie Egger sitting at plus 165 against Luana Santos, sitting at minus 200. Over under 2.5 rounds. Plus 115 for the over, minus 145 for the under. 35 years of age for Stephanie Egger. 23 years of age for Luana Santos, who picked up her first win in the UFC in her debut last time out against Juliana Miller. First round TKO. And she absolutely put it on her. And Juliana Miller got pieced up. Stephanie Egger, 3-2 in her last 5. And she's coming off the loss to the Russian Ronda. She got knee barred in the first round there. She was a big favorite, and she took a loss. So she's coming in here as an underdog. What are you thinking on this one?
Yeah, this one's another pretty interesting one. Santos looked good, I guess, against Juliana Miller. But, she's supposed to win that fight after we saw what happened with Hardy and Miller. And Miller did come out guns blazing in that first round and hit her with some shots. Just Miller doesn't have the most power at all. But she was able to find the chin of Santos at least. And, Santos got the finish, but it just nothing about her stand-up impressed me that much. It was a little reckless, a little wild, not the most power in the world. So yeah, outside of Juliana Miller and really outside of Jenna Bishop when she fought her in LFA, she hasn't fought the best opponents in the world. And she's going up against a Stephanie Edgar here, who has a decent amount of UFC experience, who is a phenomenal grappler. She'll find submissions. She's basically finishing every single one of her wins in the UFC, Edgar is. And her last win being Island Perez, where she's able to take her down twice and find the second round submission. Now, if you look at Perez lately and what she's doing to girls inside the octagon, it makes Stephanie Edgar look pretty damn impressive too. So overall, I think if it plays out on the feet, it's going to be a close fight. I mean, Luana Santos has the judo background as well. I just don't think it's going to be near the level that Stephanie Edgar's is. Edgar is a phenomenal grappler, and she's got that. She likes those head and arm throws. She's good at them, and when she's on the ground and gets on top, she's very good at looking for submissions and getting the job done. So I think it's a little too much too soon for Luana Santos. I like the experience. I like the strength on Edgar's side, and I like the grappling to get it done here. I wouldn't even be surprised if we see the submission as well.
Yeah, this one is tough because Stephanie Egger is kind of she's a wild card to me. Like, she has some good performances, and then you see her last time out, it's like, what are you doing? Like, giving up a knee bar? Like, what is this? What is happening here?
Yeah.
And she's been submitted twice in her last 3 fights, the knee bar, and then she got submitted by Maribona Silva, round 1 armbar. Luana Santos showed a good showing of her hands against Juliana Miller, but it's Juliana Miller. And then you look at her tape on the regional scene, her only losses to Jenna Bishop, who's a really solid jiu-jitsu practitioner, lost by split decision there. So that makes me, look at Luana Santos being like, I think she can hang with the jiu-jitsu of Stephanie Egger. And Luana Santos has good jiu-jitsu herself. She's got some pretty weird submissions. The Kesa Gatami leg Americana twice. And she's gotten 3 submissions on her record. I don't know. I think Luana Santos might be the more well-rounded here. But you're facing a girl in Stephanie Egger who has a good amount of UFC experience, and she's got some dangerous judo herself. She loves that head and arm throw.
Yeah.
And if she's not ready for that level, I could see this going downhill pretty fast. But I don't love the line on Luana Santos. She'll be the pick for me. And then maybe I'll switch that to Egger later in the week. But I also kind of like the under in this one too, because Egger, she's been either finishing girls or she's been getting finished. So I think Luana Santos showed in her last time out. She's got the hands and she's got the submission ability herself. Stephanie Egger can get submitted. So I kind of like the under more than either side in this one, but Santos will be the pick for me.